beware of the producers. Justin is setting her up to make Alexis look like the bad one, and the producers are on his side, telling you they're trying to give Alexis a bad edit, and it's not going to happen on my watch. It's not. Where is the montage of him lying? Where's it at? That goes to the producers. Justin is a full liar. I didn't say anything because, I thought I was handling it. Where's the montage in the background music to make you feel some type of way? I've been watching, and I know you've been watching too. So come peep this. Hi Peep fam, welcome to Come Peep This. I'm Miss Series, and I do not miss a series, okay? I am the Married at First Sight expert. I've been here since season 1, episode 1. I have my master's in psychology, so we're going to use some psychology, some common sense, and get a whole lot of giggles as we review Married at First Sight season 15, episode 8. And they gave us a lot to work with. Let's get into it. Alexis and Justin. So Alexis is video chatting with her sister, and she's saying, hey, your nephew got those hands put on him together. Got those paws put on him together today. And the sister like, what? She's like, yeah, so we sent Justin's dog to a camp, and we have both agreed that if Justin's dog is still aggressive when it comes back, that we have made plans for it to, stay with a friend. And I don't know why everybody's coming against Alexis. No, absolutely not. Because I would rather his dog go stay with his friend, which he can still visit, have access to, than to risk my dog eye. Then risk my dog life. Then risk me getting bitten. I mean, the dog is aggressive, period. Prime example, everybody was saying like, oh, if they would have introduced him at the park, then it would have been different. He has been attacking dogs all through the city. No matter what would have went down with the introduction, Maya was going to attack. The dog has been in several open field fights. So them being in an open field versus a apartment complex or inside of an apartment, it wouldn't have made a difference. Maya they know Maya known in these streets for putting paws and those teeth on other dogs. So let's make it make sense, you guys. She has been in several fights, and they have not just all taken place in a new apartment. Oh, she only fights when she's in a new apartment. No, she fights dogs, period. So I would rather that dog, I would rather that dog go stay with his friend, which Justin can still go visit, go take it on a little field trip or whatever, than risk my dog eye. Period, point blank, and you should feel the same. Period. Some things are either left or right. Oh, I can see a different perspective. No. Risk your dog eye, or this dog going to go stay with a friend. Let that dog go stay with a friend, because those are the stakes at this point. So lay off. So she's telling her sister that, yeah, they exchanged I love yous, and her sister go, huh? What? Yeah. She said, well, when he told you he loved you, what did you say? I didn't say nothing. But then, a few hours later, I told him I love him too. It's just like, I'm thinking it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks for you to be saying that you love this other human. I don't know. And then Alexis says, well, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Justin probably took it as you in love with him. And I think, and I'm not talking about Alexis, I'm talking about like in general. When people say love and in love, I do think it's a difference. Absolutely. But I think in love is more casual. In love is fleeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can love someone and not be in love with them. In love has the component of passion. You know what I'm saying? So for her to be like, I love him, which is to me the more enduring, the more, long term, that's the deepest. Like, you can be in love with somebody, then they mess up like, oh, I'm not in love with you and I don't love you. But for her to be like, I love you, for me, that's the deepest of feelings. Like, no matter, I love you. But not be in love with him, not be passionate about him. So I was like, I don't know. So you love him as in you care about him. I think you should have just probably said you care about him, because I don't think you love him. I think love like that baseline of love, takes time. But you can fall in love with somebody quick. You can. But what she's talking about, like, y'all, it's been 2 weeks. I'm with the sister on that one. It has been 14 days. What are you talking about? She says, she still has some reservations about his honesty because Justin lies and cries. I'm coming for Justin this episode. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Justin is getting an edit out this world. The producers are... I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it. Please stay to the end of this video. Watch it all the way through because I'm going to get into it. And I'm going to have facts for it. I'm going to have facts to back it up. How the producers are framing Justin, to be... and making Alexis look... Because Justin is lying. But we going to get into it. Stay to the end of the video. We going to get into it. So, she's telling her sister all those things. Her sister said, okay, it's okay if you, love him, but, make sure that you be watchful. Make sure you keep your eyes open. And Alexis like, yeah, I'll need to show him some grace, but I'm also going to be watchful of what he actually does. I said, that's the perfect approach. That's the perfect approach. So then the next day, she notices her dog, Newton, throwing up blood. And then coming to find out that her dog hasn't eaten in 2 days. Justin is just now revealing that her dog hasn't eaten in 2 days. Again, y'all, Justin lies and then cries. That's the routine that we're seeing. He lies and then he cries. Okay, and while the dog has not been eating, this whole time, Justin has still been giving it medicine that clearly states, eat before taking. That's what it clearly states on the bottle. He's clearly still been giving it these harsh pills, these potent pills on an empty stomach for 2 days. So now we have the dog throwing up blood. For a whole 2 days, the little dog has not been eating, and Justin didn't say anything. That's beyond being vague. At that point, you're lying. He's hiding the truth, and then he goes and cries. And for everyone out there, it's like, why her dog... why she didn't know her dog didn't eat. During the day, Justin is putting the dog food out, and when she get home, obviously, let me calm down. The dog food is not still in the dish, because then she be like, why the dog isn't eating? He's throwing it out. He's throwing... Even Kristen said on the after party, if you put the dog food down and the dog doesn't eat it within, a few hours, then you go ahead and throw it away so it won't be stale. So before she get home every day, he's taking his... Oof. Because this channel don't have... I don't cuss. This channel don't have any cussing. It don't. But he's taking his long butt, squatting down, his long knees, his long legs. Ugh. And he throwing it away. That's what he's doing. So when she gets home, she's seen an empty, dog food bowl. So why would she be like, oh, why he ain't eating? Because it looks as if he's ate. That's why. I mean, use your common sense. Everybody want to come against Alex. We gonna get there. Again, I have to repeat right here. Stay to the end of the video. Okay? Because we're going to get all the way into it. Okay. So, now the dog is throwing up blood. Then, we see the other side of Justin via the hidden back footage cam in the apartment. Because that film, I'm guessing that camera is always rolling. And so, they go to the room, ducked off. No diary cams or nothing. And we hear Justin. He's yelling. He's cursing. Saying, I was handling. That's why I didn't say nothing. But the dog is throwing up blood. You ain't handling it. You're not doing a good job. You have to realize when you're failing. Justin, you are failing. You are failing. Whether or not you're not handling it if the dog is throwing up blood. If anything is throwing up blood, the situation is not getting handled. The situation is beyond your control. Once blood is being thrown up, I don't care what the situation is. Once blood is being thrown up, you're not handling it. It's out of your pay grade at that point. I was handling it. How you handling it and the dog is... I don't get what the controversy is about. Like, oh, he should have... Oh, she should... He's lying. It's just... See, when you... Side note, when you play victim and you look a certain... people are quick to rush to your side to advocate for, oh, look at him. He can't. No, he's lying while the dog is throwing up blood. Period. Yeah, he's cussing her out. He's yelling. I mean, for him to have such a bird chest, even though it was a soft bird chest, because it's still somehow flabby. I don't know how his body type works. I've never seen it before. But he's speaking with his whole chest. You know, I'm not going to be perfect. That's the deflection. That's the deflection, okay? He says, I'm not going to be perfect every single time. Who's talking about you being perfect? That's the deflecting. The issue is my dog is throwing up blood, haven't eaten in 2 days, and you haven't said nothing. But he manipulates. He deflects and tries to change it. I'm not going to be perfect. He might as well say, I don't like cotton candy. Because that's how, as irrelevant as that statement is, that's how irrelevant the statement is of, I'm not going to be perfect every single time. Who is talking about your ability to be perfect? No one is. No one is. My dog haven't eaten in 2 days, and he's throwing up. And then on the after party, we find out, now not only is he throwing up blood, he's pooping it out too. His stool has blood in it. And you ain't said nothing. Justin is a liar. Now, this is the part I wanted everyone to stay for. Because it's the producers. Why do I say it's the producers? See, Justin is setting her up. Beware of the producers. Justin is setting her up to make Alexis look like the bad one. And the producers are on his side. How do I know this? Because during the honeymoon, they did not show Justin's whole body. Y'all remember in the bathroom when they was doing that little preview, he had his shirt off. They showed his chest up, his boobs up, like he was a woman or something. They're not showing his whole body. They're not putting him on blast. The producers are on his side. During the interview process, the producer lady had already hinted, hey, you're chosen for the show. Just trust me. Do anyone else remember that? Okay, so keep that in mind. Hear me out. Hear me out. The producers are on Justin's, not on Justin's side, they're for Justin because he presents himself as a sad, pathetic victim. And so they're like, oh, let's help him out when he's really the liar. Justin is a whole liar. Let me get into it. Okay, so they gave last season, the producers, okay, hold on. Justin's body. Y'all remember how when the producers clearly did not like Alyssa, they kept on showing her at those horrible angles? They kept on showing her body at those horrible angles? Y'all remember that? If you a real Married at First Sight watcher, viewer, comment. If you're not, if you haven't seen past seasons, I love you, but you can't comment right here because I'm going to show you a pattern of behavior of the producers. When Alyssa was coming out as the villain, clearly they were showing her at horrible angles, double chin, belly out. They did not show Justin's body, and we know what it looks like. We seen a glimpse. They were not. They made a point not to. Stay with me. I'm gonna prove my point. Because last season they gave Jasmina a bad edit. Michael wasn't talking to her for a whole month. Michael wasn't complimenting her. You see, just prove my point. This season, how they're making it clear that Kristen is complimenting Mitch and Mitch is not responding. We've seen several incidents about. I think every YouTube reviewer has said how she compliments him and he doesn't say anything back. Jasmina was complimenting Michael and Michael was not complimenting her back, but we didn't see any of that. And then even on the the reunion, Michael fessed up to like, no, I wasn't giving her no compliments. But you see how the producers made sure that we see Kristen giving Mitch compliments and Mitch not complimenting her back. But for Jasmine, they didn't show that part because she got a bad edit. I'm telling you, they're trying to give Alexis a bad edit. It is not going to happen on my watch. It's not. Let me continue to make my point. Justin is lying. Where's the footage? We didn't see footage of him saying one thing and doing another. Where's the footage? Do you remember how the producers used to do Michaela? And how the producers, when Michaela was caught lying, how they used to literally play a montage of her lying or saying the opposite thing? Justin is clearly lying. He knew his dog was vicious. He knew that the dog, if they have the apartment cameras up all the time, why don't we see him? noticing that the dog has stool, blood in his stool, seeing the dog not eat. Why aren't we seeing that? Where is the montage of him saying one thing and doing another? Hey, my dog is vicious. I'm really scared. We haven't seen that. Oh, I didn't think those fights was relevant. My dog, I'm gonna give it to my friend because it still may be vicious. Or I'm not gonna say that. Where is the montage of him lying? Where's it at? That goes to the producers. Justin is a full liar. I didn't say anything because I thought I was handling it. Where's the montage in the background music to make you feel some type of way? Where's that at when Justin is blatantly lying? The producers are on his side and they're trying to give Alexis a bad edit, and it's not going to happen on my watch. Not on Come Peep This. Period. I'm not gonna let them do that. I'm gonna call Justin out. Period. Now let's continue. So they at the candy store. Why does Justin always look like he just woke up? He always, I don't know if this is I just got done crying face, but he always like he just woke up. Like, be prepared. Ugh. Okay. And then, so they start getting into it. And Alexis says, so why does you holding back information translate to you helping? Because the whole thing is that, I'm helping you by not telling me what's going on. You're not. Once again, I must reiterate that if the dog is throwing up blood, you're not helping, you're not handling, you're not doing anything. Last video I said how his words do not match up with reality. You are not a doctor. We don't know what you do. We know that you work from home and you live in a hallway. So what, to your extent of learning of education of knowledge, has you thinking that, a dog pooping and throwing up blood is not a sign of what's going on? At least let me tell its owner. So he's lying. I don't understand why everyone is so quick. Well, like I said, the producers are editing to favor Justin because they feel bad for him. I really, in my opinion, I feel like the woman producer that told him prehand, like, hey, you chose him for the show. Just trust me. I think she likes Justin, not in a inappropriate way, but in a way like, let me help you all, poor baby. And that's the victimizing that Justin likes to do to himself. I'm a victim. I look like I just woke up. Anyway, let's continue. And so there, his response is a lie. His response is saying, why does, you withholding information translates to you, not telling me stuff. And then he says, I'm not hiding information from you. And let's just look at him absolutely crazy. She said, you're supposed to overshare. That's what you told me, you're going to overshare. But let me just say right here, you telling me what happened is not oversharing. That's not over communicating. You telling me what happened is not over communicating. This is his second time deflecting from the main issue. He tried to deflect. I'm not going to be perfect. Over communicating. This does not follow under the guidelines of you over communicating. It's you telling me what happened, period. This is not anything extra. I'm asking you to reach down in your emotional back. None of that. Tell me what happened. Hey, babe, I'm home today. What happened? Your dog didn't eat and it was pooping and throwing up blood. That's not oversharing. So stop that lie. He is lying. I don't understand what... he's a liar. He's a liar that lies. So that matches up. That lines up. So let's just look at him really crazy. And then he deflects again, saying, you just like moments like this. You just like to get a rise out of me. He did something wrong. He got called out on it. Now he's going to put it on her. Justin is a victim. He likes to be self-pity. He likes to, we're going to get to when he pitying himself. He plays victim. And he cries all the time. Okay? Just so he doesn't get called out on his stuff, just like a toddler will. All the parents out there, or the educators, or the ones that have been around kids, they cry to deflect from that's what he does. That's why his tears are manipulative. a manipulative, should I say. He actively manipulates. Now he done changed it, turned the whole issue is you not telling me my dog was pooping blood and throwing up blood. Now he done turned it to, oh, you like drama. Alexis immediately got upset. No, now you're attacking my character. And even on the after party, oh, I know I went low. That was petty. Keisha Knight, I love Keisha Knight from the Cosby's. But Keisha Knight, this is not, you're using the wrong adjective. Petty? He wasn't being petty. He was deflecting and lying. He was taking the pressure off himself. He's like, oh yeah, I was being petty. That wasn't being petty. You chose to lie. Oh, you like drama. Me addressing the issue in the room, calling you out on it, that's being petty? I don't think so. Mind you, this is all taking place at the candy shop. And then Alexis says, I'm frustrated because of what you're not telling me. He tried to make it, oh, you always walk away. She said, when I say I walk away, mind you, I told you a minute ago, just a couple hours ago, what I mean when I say I'm walking away. I mean, I'm removing myself from this volatile argument, volatile situation, because Justin was yelling and cursing at her. Now, we can have a disagreement. This is, in my opinion, and what goes from me. We can have a disagreement, but you're not going to cuss at me. You're not going to cuss me out. You're not going to yell at me while I'm speaking to you in this tone. So, yeah, she needs space. She needs space, but Justin he has to know that Alexis took that from you. A lot of women wouldn't take that, period. And then even add even more to that, they wouldn't take it from you. They wouldn't take it from specifically you for every reason you want to think that I'm referring to. They wouldn't take that from you. So you cursing at her and yelling at her, yeah, she needs a breather. She can dip off for a minute. Okay, so, mind you, again, I know the lady at the checkout at the candy shop was like, oh, what's going on over here? what's really happening? And so, Alexis gets so frustrated once he comes after her character. She's like, you know what? Unmic me. Take this mic off. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So then later that day, they have the 90s party and their guests arrive. Justin is throwing a pity party. He's walking around clearly disturbed and distraught. He wants attention. I don't know. I have my master's in psychology. But what we're observing here doesn't take a master's in psychology to recognize. He wants that attention. He's very much immature. He likes to be seen crying. He likes to be seen moping around. He looking around, looking like he's on a whole, he's on a little pity party just to get some attention. Justin is either sad, lying, or crying. I repeat, Justin is either sad, lying, or crying. Period. Ugh. Then he starts, telling them, Alexis actually introduced it, like, hey, I used to talk to him privately, but y'all, we get into it. And I mean, it was just the most awkward dinner party. People was like, oh, I'm ready to go. It was so freaking awkward. Like, don't air out all your stuff in front of your guests. Either y'all cancel the party or y'all agree we just gonna fake it till we make it until everybody go home. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? And then Justin is saying to her at the party, like, you keep firing off questions after question at me, and that's what makes me contradict myself. So her asking you questions is what makes you lie? Y'all, I'm super frustrated because there's a lot of comments on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, reviewers, or on Justin is lying, clearly. So me asking you questions makes you contradict yourself, aka lie. Me inquiring about what we're talking about. Me speaking to you, oh, that's when I lie. Oh, when people talk to me and ask me questions and want to respond, that's when I start lying. No, you lie because you lie. I would really want to hear about this ex-fiance because Justin acts like things just happened. His mother said, oh, we went dress shopping. Then he called me and said the wedding was off. I guarantee what he's shown me so far, it was a whole lot of build up to that. A whole lot. I would love to hear her point of view, her side of the story. If she's listening in this YouTube world, get at me, because I just don't believe that. I don't. He likes to ignore the problem until it's too late. His dog biting people all through the city, didn't do anything. Dog pooping blood, didn't say anything. Dog throwing up blood, didn't say anything. Dog not eating for several days, didn't say anything. He's a liar. And then when confronted with his lie, oh, you just like drama. Oh, no, when you ask me things, that makes me contradict myself, so it's your fault. He literally blamed his lying problem on Alexis. Pathetic. Y'all, like and subscribe and get in these comments. I want to hear your point of view. Let's get it. Until next time.